Good morning and welcome. It's so nice to see you in person and to welcome those that are continuing to join us via Zoom as a part of our family and extended family in many cases. And I also want to add my congratulations to the graduates. I know we've given the box. If anybody else still has cards to give them, please see them after. But well done on reaching that milestone. Today's theme is Discern God's Call. Our main scripture comes from 1 Samuel 15:34 through 16:13, and I know Craig's going to cover that, so I'm not going to steal his thunder here later, but I do want to read one verse from Doctrine and Covenants 161 4b. Be reminded once again that the gifts of all are necessary in order that divine purposes may be accomplished. But how do we know how to use our gifts and for what purpose? So I'm at a worship center today with many tools of communication that we have used over the last many years. We have written correspondence where you actually have to wait for somebody to respond to you. Wow, that's so hard. We have the older phones where you had to go through the operator. Kind of reminded me of before Christ, when it was only the holy, the high priest could go into the Holy of Holies and speak to God. Like, we have to get the operator to connect us to our intended party. We have moved to landlines where you could direct connect. We have the mass communications of the TV and radio. And wouldn't it be wonderful if we only heard God's message through those and he would pump that straight into us every day. We move on to computers and our modern day cell phones. Sometimes I have heard God as clearly as you hear, your family and friends on the phone. But usually it's when I put that down that I hear him and pray for his guidance. As many, I know some of you do the mission prayer, God be with me and let me feel your presence in what I should do today. And that's not a direct quote, I didn't bring it up. In today's world, it takes discernment in what is good or what it is that you should be focused on and you may be called to do. One definition I found of discernment in my study Bible is the ability to discover and recognize. We need to discover and recognize God's call. I would love to be able to download an app that would be just for me that said, God's call for you, that would have maybe an overarching mission, but then it would have subtasks every day that would say things like, call Craig and give him encouragement. You're going to do a great job. Talk to that guy and let him know he's loved. And then I could keep track and I could check those off, but unfortunately, I don't think that app has been created yet. We'll see in today's scripture, it will not be following, kind of the things that you may see or what's popular or what's, what everybody else is doing, that God sees beyond that to see what you have and what you're capable of, and you need to discern what it is that his will is for you. It takes a sincere call from the heart. But know that he is there wanting to work with you.